Yes, I hate it when people start judging people, or maybe there is something that happened and someone start judging someone from what he sees. I hate when somebody judge people. Let's bring it in total. I just hate it when somebody judge people. When a group of people who have not experienced what you have experienced start judging you, it's different. Why? The best answer will be, why not you? Go there and experience it yourself before you judge the person you are judging. I'm saying this based on something that happened in the MMA world recently. I didn't speak about the fight because there was nothing, there was no exciting fight there, only that the main event was kind of irrelevant, also relevant. I'm not trying to bullshit these guys. Respect for Triple C and respect for Song. I mean, that was a great fight. Although that fight, for me, until the eye poke, I think Song was dominating that fight. But people come out now and was like, and criticize Henry Cejudo. I mean, watching that fight, at the first minute, I thought Henry Cejudo was faking it. They were fighting in the third round, and if you watch that fight, Song was illegally doing some things which I don't know why the referee didn't deduct point from him. Kicked him in his private part. Different kind of illegal shots he was giving to Henry Cejudo, and the referee was just warning him until the high poke. I mean, guys, have you ever been poked in the eye before? Have something ever touched your eye before? Do you know how painful it is? Do you know how it hurts when something touches your eye, not just your face, your eye? Not to talk of somebody pointing their finger with force into the eye. At first, like I told you, I thought Henry Cejudo was faking it. He was smiling, he was trying to take his time. I was like, oh, this guy is faking it, he's tired. But when the camera zoomed to him and when he faced the other side, you see that part of his eye was super red. And if you have not fight before, I have had the experience before. I have been poked, and that experience is bad. You don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to be poked in the eye. You don't want to be. You don't want to have that feeling. I don't know why people coming out and was booing him, others were judging him. Also, Dana White came out the other day and if he was really real, because he just doesn't want to say it, he also thought that Henry Cejudo was faking it. He came out and said he doesn't want to see that fight again. For me, also, I don't think that fight was interesting. We could make a case for a rematch, but the fight wasn't as entertaining as the prelims were. Song was dominating that fight. I'm telling you, he was dominating. I will give that round 3-0 to Song. But the issue is this: people came out and are bullshitting Henry Cejudo, not neglecting the fact that Henry Cejudo has been 2-division champion in the UFC. Henry Cejudo has been the UFC for champion in 2 weight divisions. Not everybody can do that. How many people can do that? How many people? Talking of Conor McGregor, talking of DC Daniel Cormier, talking of Alex Pereira, talking of John Jones, talking of many greats. George St. Pierre. These are greats. These are UFC history makers. And Henry Cejudo, not just the UFC champion, or not just the 2-weight UFC champion, which is one of the hardest sports to become a champion. He was an Olympic gold medalist champion. So for you guys to come outside and say this guy is faking it, I think you have to think very well before you make that claim. He came out the other day on his Instagram and posted a picture of the doctor's view from his eyes. You see how bad that eyes is. I mean, he was saying that he couldn't see. He couldn't see. For me, like I told you guys, I was one of you guys. I thought he faked it. The first 2 minutes, I thought he faked it. But when looking forward, I'm like, nah, this is too much. And for the referee to even allow that guy fight without deducting point from him, I don't understand what the UFC are doing. Because it's not the first time. This has happened many, many times. And you just see the fighter trying to fight. It's just like Michael Bisping. You all know what happened to Michael Bisping with his one eye, and he got poked in the second eye. That guy is a warrior. He fought till the end. If you have never been in that situation, I don't know why you judge. Guys should just stop judging. If you cannot fight, why are you there judging? We all know, okay, you paid your money, you get to the fight, you want to see an exciting fight, you want to see a mind-blowing fight, you want to see a mind-blowing main event. We all know that. I understand. But guys, these are human beings. You think they are machine, they are not machine, they are me and you. So what they are doing, you could actually do that. So why don't you go and do that? Why sitting at your seat or sitting behind the computer like those other YouTubers that doesn't have sense, judging somebody who is right down there in the middle of the fight? And most of these guys, and most of the people judging these guys, they've never even put their hands on somebody before. So why judging this guy? We all know, yes, Cejudo is full of cringiness. We all know he says a lot of shit. You don't have to agree with what he says. I don't agree with most of the things he says because I believe he's saying it out of his egoness or maybe out of something that he wants to gain from. I remember his story with the UFC. He was the champion at that moment. Then he left. You think Dana White was still happy with you? Will still be happy with you? Do you think that Dana White, if you see Francis Ngannou on the way, will say hello to Francis Ngannou, knowing fully well what he would have gained with Francis Ngannou being the champion? Do you think, if you look at the podcast of Dana White with Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo, you will see that he was only praising Kamaru Usman. He knows this history he has between him and Henry Cejudo. And let me be honest with you, the UFC are not happy with Henry Cejudo. It's just that they took him back because of the name he has. And now they are putting him in the fight with all these killers. And the person he lost against was on a losing streak as well. But neglecting the fact that he got his eye poked and people start criticizing him is uncalled for. It's uncalled for, guys. It's uncalled for. Don't judge him. If you are not there, if you have never experienced it, why judging them? Why judging them? I don't know why you judge. This is not just in mixed martial arts. Worldwide. Sports worldwide. Many things. People just judge things they don't know. Maybe you hear something. You didn't go there to experience it yourself and you're judging already. And this has put a lot of people down, judging. For me, I think the referee and the UFC have to take this in account that whenever there is an eye poke, a point should be deducted. Anytime there is an eye poke, a point should be deducted. Because this is a very, very delicate matter. If somebody could put his hand in this your black eye, this black spot, there's a probability you might go blind. Just like Michael Bisping. So I don't think my Triple C, Henry Cejudo, faked it. I think he was actually hot in that fight. His eye was really, really hot, and you could see the redness in his eye. It's going to take some few days before you get better, but guys, stop judging. Stop judging. Enjoy fights. If it's boring for you, change channel. Don't judge. If you're not there, why judge? Like, comment, subscribe if you think this video is something that you find interesting. And guys, thank you for the love you're showing to me. We're improving this channel and I'm going to improve it to the way you guys are going to enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, like I said. Leave a comment down below on this topic and also leave a comment on what you think I should post next. Until next time, guys. Peace.